I walk into theater at 7 in the morning, holding my coffee, thinking let's start 2026 with something fun. And then 2 hours later, you are sitting there questioning all your life choices. That is, ladies and gentlemen, the Raja Saab experience. Now, let's be honest, as Indians, we adore Prabhas a lot. He is not just a star, he is an emotion. The man gave us Bahubali, raised the scale of Indian cinema for forever, and every time he is on screen, there is hope. But here, that hope meets the tragic end. Now, I do not usually exaggerate the any film, but watching Raja Saab genuinely felt like a mental endurance test. The movie tries to give us everything horror, love, sci fi, comedy, fantasy, and ends up being nothing. From the trailer, it seemed like the gripping emotional fantasy a grandson searching for his missing grandfather, played by Sanjay Dutt, a grandmother with fading memory, emotional depth, Alzheimer's longing, all of that had potential. But when you actually watch the film, the only horror is realizing the bad writing is. Prabhas climbs mountains, walks through forest, find a mysterious mansion where reality blurs, and for a moment, for just one scene, you feel okay, maybe these will go somewhere. Sanjay Dutt's character plays mind games, makes people see illusions. Money turning into family members, water becoming sand, crocodile appearing from nowhere. It's trippy, it's bizarre, and it could have been brilliant if the makers had the courage to stick with the theme. The film abandons this one good idea and leaves straight into 3 hours of love stories that do not even matter. The real problem is three women, all in love with Prabhas, all running behind Eve, all completely irrelevant to the main plot. By the time Sanjay Dutt reappears, you have already lost the will to care. The trailer gave us promise Prabhas versus Sanjay Dutt, a psychological fantasy showdown. In reality, that showdown lasts barely 20 minutes at the very end. Everything you saw in the trailer, the monster, the crocodile, the magical visuals, all sequenced into the last half hour. And what happens before that? A never ending romantic mess that looks more like a love story than a love story. Now let us talk about writing disaster. I honestly do not even blame Pravas here. He seems happy on screen, doing his job, delivering dialogue, showing energy, as if he believed the film would turn out right. But somewhere between the script and the screen, things went horribly wrong. It almost as if the film was edited by someone who never saw the script. The mysterious old Raja book teased in the promo, oral thriller part is missing, and then they have the audacity to announce part 2. The kind of confidence I wish I had it in my real life. By the second half, I was just struggling to stay awake. My phone buzzed, and honestly, that notification saved me from slipping into cinematic coma. The visual looked fine. BFX was improved, sure, but that is the point of fixing pixels when your story is broken. Now let us talk about the final thought of mine. The Raja Saab could have been a clever, emotional, high concept film. It had everything: a star cast, a supernatural concept, strong visuals, but instead of building on its strength, it droned in overconfidence and confusion. By the time credit rolled, the only emotion I felt was relief, not because of how it ended, but because it finally ended. And if I had one question for the director, it would be who edited your film and more importantly why.